exit is now open.
Part number 1 will be over 12 minutes, and then there'll be a little breather, and we'll squeeze several of the cars out of there, and from 24 we'll go to 18 cars for a 10-minute session, and we're working towards a Boost Mobile top 10 shootout. Slight delay before everybody got underway here with quali this morning. I think the ultimate pit lane is open. Key is to try and stay in that top 18. You would say on an 8.6 that Brown and an 8.7, Brown and Feeney are pretty solid there at the moment. Lots of people have gone straight ahead. In the shortcutting, you can see the green on your totem there. Matt Payne appears to be on a strong lap. Thomas Randall has just come up 5 spots. Di Pasquale up a bunch of positions into 12th. Mostert up 13 spots. That car was a rocket and he drove it well yesterday. 8.7 for him, he's solidly in. But Kai Allen down in 16th at the moment in that nervous zone. He's just done a 19.7 in Sector 1. That's as good a number as we've seen in the first sector all weekend. Yes,
very impressive. And your point earlier, for a young man that's never been to this racetrack and the level of commitment and aggression and vigour required to go well around here. Nice job through there, Thomas Randall. Very impressive by Kai Allen all weekend.
James Courtney just jumped up 14 positions to grab position 2 as Mostert gets a curb hop. And Matt Payne's on a solid lap here that could threaten the 8.6 that's been achieved by Will Brown. So LeBrock, Evans, Forward, Davison and Murray. Damage on that car yesterday for Cooper Murray. They're down the bottom of the order at the moment. We're inside 1 minute, part 1 Boost Mobile qualifying. Brock Feeney now with an 8.2. That's right up there with the biggest numbers. And Kai punches an 8.2, but Matty Payne comes back with an 8.1 to set a new benchmark.
Fastest lap of the weekend so far, Matt Payne. Randall comes up 5 spots into 4th. Di Pasquale up 10 spots into 6th. So the guys at the bottom there, I'm just looking as to who you would expect Cooper Murray to improve.
Now, Feeney has continued, and he actually just recorded the fastest first sector, but it was quickly eclipsed by Allen. It's telling us that the second lap is still delivering for them, but do they still have firepower and grip in the tyres in sectors 2 and 3 of the lane? Kai Allen, though, will keep an eye on him as Matt Payne runs straight ahead, but he's on the top of the chart, safely in at the moment on an 8.1. Murray, Golding, Jones, LeBrock and Evans, they've got some troubles at the moment.
Still on the lap. Currently still P4.
So Ryan Wood, who's come up to 3rd, has just had a curb strike. The significance of the curb strike and the shortcut is that both of those laps under a green or a yellow indication on your totem, they are basically negated. You can't then use that lap time moving forward. So those numbers, there's a lot of green and a lot of yellow on that totem right now. There's 7 or 8 cars that won't have their next laps applied.
Thomas Randall just punched it up into position number 3. Will Brown elevated his position to give himself safe passage into the next portion, and Mostert did the same, then up 10 spots into position number 3 with the lap that we just witnessed. A bit of going on down the bottom end of town here as well at the moment, so Hill right in danger zone. LeBrock, Murray, Golding, Jones, Evans. Jones yesterday had a shift cut trauma with that car and also copped a little bit of damage with the rub on the wall.
And check the totem. All of them are finalists. The top 10 are finalists, so the cream rises to the top. And that puts a lot of pressure on.
And for some, they'll get the opportunity. Oh, trouble for the Red Bull car in the background here. It's made
Brown
contact
in
with the wall, and it's Brown. So he is parked up at 45 in the wall. They're searching for reverse.
That's over
Red
and out.
flag, red flag.
Oh, that comes at a bad time in the session for everybody.
That's over and out. He's trying to get reverse gear to get himself back out. He's just been able to do that, but that will not be good. By the time he's ricocheted off that left-hand fence and ended up against the right-hand fence, he's actually going now.
We have to sit down the session now. It's red. No, good back. 32 minutes remaining. It's pretty tight to even get one play. That's just get it back.
Oh. That's the first time we've seen that all weekend.
It's a different one.
That's a different one. He actually had the rear brakes locked and he had the car escape sideways before the apex of turn 2. And fortunately, actually, it ended up hitting the rear on those tyres and it's glided into the fence on the right-hand side without too much velocity. So normally when we first saw that car in there, that would have hit the outside wall hard and gone straight across and pinballed. The way it happened is it actually had a big, long, slow slide in the end, and he got away with that, Neil. That's far less damage than what you would normally think.
Well, it scuffed the tyre bundle down there, and then the contact down here is very light, like maybe 20 or 30 kilometres an hour or something at the end. Hopefully he got away without any geometric damage with that thing, but he did get away with that one. But that was an unusual one. You don't normally see him crossed up looking like that. We've got just inside 60 seconds in part 2 of Boost Mobile qualifying. They are working flat out to try and get into the top 10 shootout to come in our coverage today. This is turn 4 in the braking area in the shadows for Feeney. That's his teammate just a little further up the road. For Brock, he's 8th at the moment, but for his teammate, Will Brown, he's sitting down there in 16th. There's a lot to play for to try and make sure that you qualify in a handsome position here today.
And these front runners had to go, and Brown's just got a curb strike. He's over and out. That lap is over and out for Brown. Brown is 16th. That's the mistake thing you were talking about. The pressure at that point has been immense. Waters currently fastest, 8.45. Now, Kostecki has just done the fastest first sector. Matt Payne's done the fastest second sector. This is going to be fantastic as we get to the last bit. Now, all cars made the line. There is no time left.
Keep an eye also on Matt Payne, whose numbers are trending
Kostecki curb strike.
Towards a decent number as well. So an 8.5 for Feeney. Kai Allen moves up into the top group. Payne has done an 8.4. And Kostecki, as Mark said a moment ago, a curb strike for him, having just done the fastest first sector. 8.3 now for Waters. Mostert moves up into position number 2 as they all greet the flag. So we've got Waters on top at the moment. And just outside here is this young fellow, Ryan Wood, who has made the checkered flag and can't go any further north. So forward, Kostecki, Davison, Di Pasquale, Stanaway, Brown and Evans, with Kostecki and Brown both being affected by curb strikes. Still, it's tumbling beneath position number 10 there at the moment.
Now, timing's just blanked out, so I can't give you any... here we go, it's back. So Stanaway has done a number. He's got in with a 8.57. Right on the cusp is Kai Allen with an 8.73. Is there anyone still on a lap? I'm just looking. I don't think so now. So some big stories here. Ryan Wood has missed out. Kostecki has missed out. Anton Di Pasquale has missed out. Will Brown has missed out. This is huge in the story of the 2025 Repco Supercars Championship.
These drivers are the ones that you're going to see in your shootout to come in the coverage, and the first of those drivers will be Kai Allen. James Courtney's in again. Aaron Cameron, his teammate, fine performance. He's in the game. Heimgartner, Stanaway, Randall, Feeney, Payne, Mostert. Our fastest man who'll run last in the queue in the shootout is Cam Waters. And these guys will all have varying tales of woe of what may have been depending on the lap. And how's those big stories there for positions 14 and 18 for Brodie Kostecki and for Will Brown.